English Hidden Podcast.
Daily life English conversation.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Hidden Podcast. I'm James.
And I'm Sarah.
Today, we're going to practice another very useful real-life English situation. How to return an item to a store.
Have you ever bought something and then realized later that it wasn't quite right? Maybe the size was wrong. Maybe the item didn't work. Or perhaps you simply changed your mind.
Yes. And when that happens, you may need to return the item or exchange it for something else.
But if you're speaking English, you might wonder, what should I say? How do I ask for a refund? Can I exchange this?
That's exactly what we're going to practice today. We'll have a natural conversation about returning an item, asking about the store's return policy, getting a refund, and exchanging something.
So, if you're shopping in an English-speaking country, this conversation can be very useful.
Let's imagine we bought something yesterday, and now we need to take it back to the store.
Okay. I already know what happened.
What happened?
I bought a jacket. But when I got home and tried it on again, I realized the size was too small.
That happens. Did you keep the receipt?
Yes. I put it in my bag because I thought I might need it.
Good. Then let's go back to the store.
Hi. I'd like to return this jacket, please.
Sure. Is there a problem with the jacket?
No, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just too small for me.
I see. Do you have the receipt?
Yes. Here it is.
Thank you. When did you purchase the jacket?
I bought it yesterday.
Okay. And is the jacket still in the original condition?
Yes. I only tried it on once at home. I still have the tags attached.
That's good. Would you like a refund or would you prefer to exchange it for another size?
I'd actually prefer to exchange it. Do you have the same jacket in a medium?
Let me check. Yes, we do. Would you like to try it on?
Yes, please. That would be great.
I'll bring it for you.
Thank you.
Sarah, that was a pretty simple conversation.
Yes, but there were several useful phrases.
The first one was, I'd like to return this, please.
That's probably one of the most important phrases to remember.
Exactly. And you can also say, I'd like to exchange this, please.
What's the difference between return and exchange?
Good question. When you return something, you give the item back to the store. You may receive your money back.
And when you exchange something,
you give the original item back and get another item instead. Maybe a different size, a different color, or sometimes a different product.
So if my shirt is too small, I might exchange it for a larger size.
Exactly.
And if I don't want the shirt anymore, I might return it and ask for a refund. Let's practice another situation. This time, imagine I bought a pair of shoes.
Okay. What's wrong with them?
They're uncomfortable. I wore them around the house for a few minutes, and they don't fit properly.
Do you still have the receipt?
Yes.
Then let's practice.
Excuse me. I'd like to return these shoes, please.
Of course. May I ask why you'd like to return them?
They don't fit properly. They're too tight.
Would you like to try a larger size?
Yes. Do you have them in a size 8?
Let me check. Yes, we have one pair left.
Great. Could I try them on?
Of course. The fitting area is over there.
Thank you.
And if the new pair feels comfortable, you can exchange the original pair for them.
That's helpful.
There's another situation English learners should know. Sometimes you buy something, and later you realize that it doesn't work.
Like an electronic device?
Exactly. Imagine you bought a pair of headphones yesterday. You take them home, but they don't turn on.
That's frustrating.
Very. So what would you say at the store?
I'd probably say, "Excuse me, I'd like to return these headphones."
Good. Then explain the problem.
They aren't working.
Exactly. You could also say, they don't work.
That's simpler.
Yes. Simple English is often enough.
Then I could ask, could I get a refund?
Perfect. That's a very useful phrase.
What exactly does refund mean?
A refund means you get your money back after returning something.
So I could say, could I get a refund, please?
Yes. Or, I'd like a refund, please.
And what if I don't have the receipt?
That's a common situation.
And the store may have a different policy.
Exactly. Some stores may accept the return. Others may only offer store credit.
What is store credit?
Store credit means the store gives you credit that you can use to buy something else from that store.
So you don't get cash back. But you can use the credit later.
Right.
That's useful to know. Because every store can have different rules.
Exactly. And that's why one useful question is, what's your return policy?
That's a great phrase.
If you're not sure whether you can return something, just ask about the return policy.
For example, could you tell me what your return policy is?
Perfect. That's polite and natural.
What about the return deadline? Sometimes stores only give you a certain number of days.
Good point. You can ask, how many days do I have to return this?
That's very useful.
Or simply, how long do I have to return this?
So if I bought something today, I can ask that question before leaving the store.
Exactly. It can save you trouble later.
There's one more thing I want to ask. What if I bought something online?
That's a little different. But many of the same phrases still work. You might need to contact customer service.
And I could say, I'd like to return an item from my order.
Exactly. Then they might ask for your order number.
So I could say, where can I find my order number?
Yes. And if they send you a return label, you might hear the phrase return label.
That's the label you put on the package when you're sending the item back.
Exactly.
I think the important thing is not to feel nervous. And you don't need complicated English.
Right.
Those simple sentences can take you a long way.
And if you don't understand the store's policy, ask them to explain it.
You could say, could you explain that to me, please?
Exactly.
I like that. Because sometimes the problem isn't speaking. It's understanding the answer.
That's true. And it's perfectly okay to ask someone to repeat something.
Or speak more slowly.
Exactly.
So, let's quickly review today's most useful phrases.
First, return. To return something means to take it back to the store. For example, I'd like to return this, please.
Second, exchange. To exchange something means to give it back and receive another item. For example, I'd like to exchange this for a larger size.
Third, refund. A refund is money you receive back after returning something. For example, could I get a refund, please?
Fourth, receipt. A receipt is the paper or digital record that shows what you purchased. For example, do you still have the receipt?
And finally, return policy. A return policy explains the store's rules about returning or exchanging products. For example, what's your return policy?
These are simple words, but they're extremely useful in everyday English.
And remember, you don't need perfect English when you're shopping. You just need to explain what you need clearly and politely.
If something doesn't fit, say it. If something doesn't work, explain the problem. And if you don't understand the policy, ask questions.
That's how you become more confident in real-life English.
And the more you practice, the easier these conversations become.
Thanks for practicing with us today.
We hope this conversation helps you feel more confident the next time you need to return or exchange something.
Keep listening, keep practicing, and keep speaking.
We'll see you in the next episode of English Hidden Podcast. Take care.